Hello everybody, welcome to Deluxe Collectibles, and today we're going to be going through the LEGO Holiday Catalog for this year. They finally released a PDF version of it online, so I wanted to cover it this way. I did receive a physical version of the catalog, but I just feel like this is a better way to show it in a more HD format, and then I can kind of specifically go over things without having to worry about putting it in front of the camera. So we're going to get straight into it here and just casually go through the catalog. It's going to be a maybe longer video as well, because I just want to share my thoughts on some of these sets in a more relaxed format, so I hope you do go on to enjoy the video. And without further ado, we're going to get started here in 3, 2, 1. So there we go. I just wanted to make sure I could time it there on the actual recording so that I can show the catalog here and match it up with my screen recording here. But basically, we can see on the front cover here, of course, they're fully advertising Super Mario right here, or just Mario, and I think that's pretty exciting. Now, none of these sets really interest me too much, at least at full price. If they ever went on a really good deal, then maybe I would consider it, but we'll discuss that more once we reach that page. So you can see the front cover, not too much to go over. Then we can see some more information here. Once again, not too much. And then we get into Duplo here, of course, my favorite LEGO theme. If you didn't know, I'm a very big fan of this. There's some really fantastic builds here, especially the alphabet truck. I mean, it's just a classic, if we're being honest, and it's right in my age range as well. So, of course, just really fantastic. But no, all jokes aside, we're going to go skip through the Duplo here because there isn't too much that I have to say. Honestly, I do like some of the Duplo builds, but they're just not for me, but I think they are good for what they are. So just if you want to have a look there, you can pause the video at any point, or just go over to this catalog online and download yourself a PDF as well if you don't want to bother hearing all of my thoughts over top of this. Some of the interesting ones are the Toy Story ones as well, and some of the Disney car ones also, and Marvel as well. Those ones can be pretty exciting also, but we're just going to move through all of those. There's another page, and now we have some Toy Story 4 LEGO right here. Now, this is a little bit old at this point. I believe these Toy Story 4 sets are going to be retiring, if I'm correct about that, so I'll be interested to see how many of these wind up selling. I'm assuming that if anyone's going to buy them at this point, it's probably going to be if they're on a really good sale. For me personally, I own the RV Vacation in my collection, and this also kind of be a good collection update video of sorts, since I've really never done a LEGO collection update, which let me know if you'd want to see that at any point in the future. I haven't done it because it's a bit of a daunting task to have to take on to kind of show everything in a video, but let me know if you'd want to see it in the future. Maybe it could be something we do at the beginning of 2021. But yeah, some pretty good sets here. I don't have too much of an interest in these two at the bottom, but nonetheless, Toy Story 4 was a great movie and had a pretty good LEGO lineup as well. Then we've got a LEGO Classic here, another theme that I'm not too interested in. It definitely has its perks to it, which it's always nice to get some of these more colorful bricks, but it's something where I'd really only purchase a set if I found it on a really good clearance deal, and the only things I'd be really interested in if I bought them at full price would be these base plates here, the green or the gray one, and those are only when I start mock building, when I actually have the space to build some of my LEGO. But for now, we'll move on here to Creator, which honestly, Creator, the one thing I can at least see on this page, and keep in mind they're not going to show off every set on these pages, and they're also not showing the prices as well, so if I do mention any of the prices, I'll probably be mentioning the Canadian price because I am in Canada. But here we have the pirate ship, and this is probably the one that I'm most interested in. I would definitely consider picking this up. I know it retails for $139.99 here in Canada, regular retail price, so maybe if this went on a 20% off sale, or even 30% at some point, which I'm not expecting anytime soon since it is such a new set, but maybe at some point in 2021, then I would consider picking it up because I think it is a really fantastic build, and I really like the brick built sails as well. And then if we move over here, we can see a few more. I can also zoom in, I'm pretty sure, so you can see here the Caravan Family Holiday Camper. I do really like this one. I think this is a pretty good build and something that I would maybe consider if it did wind up going on a a sale as well, because I'm fairly sure it regularly retails for $69.99, so it's a bit of a hefty price. It might even be more than that, honestly, like $79.99, but a few good ones here I would definitely say. And let me know your thoughts as well on which of these you want to put on your wish list for Christmas. This is kind of what this video is for as well, is just for you guys to kind of share all of your thoughts on these sets and also which ones you're hoping to get at this time of the year. So yeah, be sure to let me know all of that. And I also do have a video going over all of the sets that will be retiring in 2020 as well, so you can know which ones will probably be the most urgent ones that you want to pick up if you want to get your hands on any of them. So I'll be sure to link that at least at the end of the video in the end screen. But here we've got the Disney Princess sets, which honestly I really like the Disney Princess sets, but the only thing that puts me off of them are the mini doll style. I don't necessarily not like the mini dolls, but what I don't really care for is that they don't really match up with the minifigures. Like, they do and they don't. Like, it's obviously not the same style. Scale wise they match up all right, but I just don't really love it as much. So if they did minifigures for these, I would consider it, because I do like these storybooks. I think it's a great idea, and I'm excited that they're going to be doing a similar idea for the Harry Potter sets in 2021. But yeah, just overall some pretty decent sets, I would say. Then we've got more Disney Princess ones here, but specifically for Frozen, and I really enjoyed Frozen 2. I had the opportunity to check it out in theaters, and I thought it was a great film, but I think that, like, these sets don't really appeal to me too much. I already have an Anna and an Elsa minifigure from the Disney series 2, so I don't really need any of these necessarily, so I'll probably skip over these ones as well. Then we've got Friends here, which honestly, I think Friends gets skipped over a bit too much, because I think the builds are honestly really fantastic. Like, I really like some of these. I would even say the hot air balloon looks great. Some of these animals as well that are included are really fantastic. Some great stuff there. This set looks great as well, the water park right here. So yeah, I think it's just really good, and I feel like LEGO Friends has evolved past the point of just making everything like super bright and colorful. It still does have those aspects to it, but I feel like at this point it can appeal to a wider audience as well, which I do enjoy quite a bit. But I'm not sure if I'll necessarily pick up any of the sets. I have a few in my collection, but it's just been because they've been on good clearance deals, so I'll have to wait till the future to see if I wind up picking any of these up. But we've got these right here. I'm not going to go too in detail. I would actually not mind getting this one, the Friendship Bus. I think this is a pretty cool looking set, but once again, on a deal possibly is when I would wind up getting it. Don't have too much interest in these as well. The Play Cubes, not too much of a fan of those. These ones are alright as well. I think I actually might have this one in my collection, the Juice Truck. I honestly couldn't say, because the clearance ones, I really just picked them up because they were like dirt cheap. But for now, I mean, I might possibly have it, but hey, if I ever do a collection video, we'll find out then. But here we have a few more as well. Some really great hair pieces in this set here. The Heart City, or the Heart Lake City Hair Salon. Bit of a tongue twister there. These two hair pieces here that I'm hovering over look really fantastic, so I would consider ordering those, and this one as well, on Bricks and Pieces at some point, just for myself, because I think they're pretty cool looking and could be used for other things outside of the Friends line. Then we've got more Friends sets here, which honestly, now that I'm really looking through this catalog, there are a ton of Friends sets, if I'm being honest, and I mean, they are really great, but like, man, they're taking up a pretty large amount of the catalog, I'm not gonna lie. Then we've got Trolls World Tour right here, which I think are some pretty good sets as well. I think these ones are alright. It's just that the Trolls films don't really appeal to me. I've done reaction videos to the trailers for like Trolls World Tour, and it looks like an interesting film, but for like a younger audience, which I understand that's obviously what it's appealing to, the LEGO sets as well. But I do like this theme just for the molds alone. I think that those are definitely very cool and unique, so I would be cool if these went on a clearance sale, because I wouldn't mind picking up the air balloon right here, Poppy's hot air balloon. I think that's a cool one. I like the Pop Village Celebration. Those are probably some of my favorite ones from this line overall. And yeah, that's all I gotta say about Trolls World Tour. But now we'll move on here to LEGO Dots, which Another theme, man, the start of this catalog is just a bunch of themes that I do not really have much of an interest in, but still, I think they are cool ideas here. Lego Dots is a pretty cool idea. I know I just recently saw a video comparing it to Clickets as well from Potter Minifig Pals, so that was a really well done video. Also, I never even really knew about Clickets, so that was really interesting to see. Be sure to check that out if you're interested in Dots and kind of the comparison between those two, because I thought it was a very well done video. But yeah, Dots are cool. They have some colorful designs to them, but really nothing that I'm too interested in. The most that I would probably pick up is maybe a bracelet to try it out, and then maybe a Dots pack as well, because that has some pretty cool prints in it, but overall the rest of it doesn't interest me too much. Then we've got some more Dots right here, because of course, just more Dots. You gotta have all the Dots, which honestly I have seen the Dots going on some deep discounts at some stores, so I'm not sure if that possibly means the line isn't selling as well as Lego might have expected, or if they just produced too much of it to keep up with like the demand, like there was like too much that the demand wasn't meeting it. So I'm not too sure, honestly. That's all just theories, but for now, there we go. Now we've got City right here, which I don't mind the new City line. I do like this airplane here. I think that would be a really cool build to get, but the ocean stuff, I think there is some cool elements to it. I do like this boat build here, but some of it I just don't really have too much of an interest in. It's not really my favorite sub-theme of City, I would say. Really, I'm not a huge City person just in general. Maybe when I begin actually constructing a Lego City, when I have the space to do that, then maybe I'll become more of a City person because I'll find more uses for these, but it's just not something that I'm too interested in, especially a set like this, the Air Race. I think this is just not a great set whatsoever. I feel like it's extremely overpriced, so yeah, just a little bit of complaints with City, but still, I think it's an alright theme overall. Some more right here, not gonna go too much in detail because it's mainly just your standard police sets, I suppose. It always kind of feels like they're repeating themselves lately, so some cool stuff, but still nothing that interests me. Then we've got the fire station stuff, which I will say there's some pretty cool stuff here. I mean, the fire station looks pretty good. I like the idea of this, how you can kind of interact with taking down the flames in this facade build here, so I do like that aspect to it, but still just nothing too much that interests me. Then we've got more City right here, which I do like this ice cream truck. I think this one's a really cool build. I really love the popsicle on top there, or the ice cream bar, whatever you want to call it. I do think that's really cool. I'm pretty sure it's a popsicle, but yeah, I think that's a really cool build there, so I would consider picking that up because I think that's kind of a nice City build to have. I do actually have an ice cream truck though, because I did have the opportunity when the Lego movie originally released to pick up that ice cream truck from that set, so I do technically already have one, but I still think this is a pretty cool build nonetheless. And then we have some City space right here, which I know everybody just loves space. They love how it takes up so much of the Lego idea sets. I know everyone's just a huge fan of that, and I mean, yeah, I definitely am. I mean, if you could see my face, I'm sure you definitely agree with me. But yeah, City's fine, or like City space is fine. Once again, nothing that really interests me too much. I do like these trains, however. I think these are pretty cool. I already have the Horizon Express, which was a creator expert set, so I kind of have my train fix, and I also picked up the Hidden Side train as well, so these aren't as necessary, but still kind of cool trains, I suppose, just for your city overall. These ones are pretty nice as well. These definitely help flesh out your city here. Of course, the people packs are very popular, and I do like this one quite a bit, so I think that's a cool build. I keep forgetting to zoom in on these so you can kind of see what they look like up close, but yeah, there's some pretty cool sets here. Nothing like super amazing for myself, but still I can definitely appreciate the builds for what they are. I just gotta be conservative with my budget, of course. But here we have the ski resort, which is a nice one as well. I do like this. I do like the City Advent Calendar as well, although City is always the Advent Calendar that I feel like I can skip out on because it always feels like it's just repeating itself every year. But hey, I digress. Maybe some people have a different opinion. I'm sure they do. We have Minions right here, which honestly, it kind of felt like this just came and went. Like nobody really talked about this too much. So I think that also might have to do with, of course, us not actually getting the Minions Rise of Gru film this year and that being delayed. So that is unfortunate for the theme, but still, I mean, the builds are cool. I do like the idea of it, but I think there's a lot of Minions fatigue, like kind of around them just as characters, and Despicable Me just as a franchise on its own. I didn't really feel like the third film was as great as it could have been or as good as the first two, so I think that that series is kind of declining currently, but still some alright builds there and some cool stuff for possibly clearance, I would say. Then if we flip over to the next page here, which hopefully this will load. If it doesn't, I will cut the video right here. Alright, sorry about that everyone for the cut there, because I did have my internet connection go out, so I had to kind of reboot my stuff so that we could get back on the PDF here, but we're going to continue going through it here, so I'm going to start it in 3, 2, 1. So now we're on the next page here over hidden side, and these hidden side sets are definitely really cool. I think it's important if you want to collect more of this theme to try to pick up as much as you can before the end of the year, considering the theme's retirement is going to be occurring. So that's definitely disappointing for fans of this theme, which I definitely am. I made a whole video about the retirement of this theme, and it's definitely disappointing, but I think they finished off on a pretty strong wave. The Phantom Fire Truck is an alright build. I think it came out looking okay, but it doesn't feel as good as the school bus did, but I do like the Mystery Castle. I think this is a fantastic build that I definitely want to add to my collection. Then on the next page here, we have some mechs here, which I honestly feel like the mechs are a bit overpraised. I don't know if this is with everyone, but in reviews I've heard of these mechs, like I see people saying they're really fantastic, but honestly, I don't think they're anything too spectacular. The Thanos is definitely my favorite one, and the one that I do want to pick up because of that Thanos minifigure. Even though I know he is coming in a future set in 2021 for the Marvel theme, I don't necessarily really like the look of that set from the photos that I've seen, so I'll probably pass on it and just pick up this one for only $13.99. And then the Iron Man and the Spider-Man, they're just such common minifigures that I don't really see the necessity in picking up either of these builds, but I suppose they're still good for younger kids, of course, 6+ as it advertises, so yeah, still alright mechs, I suppose. Then on the next page here, probably my two favorite sets from this Avengers wave are the Helicarrier and the Avengers Tower. I mean, the Helicarrier's great, comes with some fantastic minifigs here. War Machine looks great, Captain Marvel as well, MODOK is a fantastic build as well, so some really great ones there as well. And then we have the Avengers Wrath of Loki, not such a great set, honestly. The Avengers Truck Takedown is a pretty good one, but not one that I'll probably wind up picking up. I do like the Speeder Bike Attack. I have been tempted by this one for that Black Panther minifigure, which just looks fantastic. Then we've got the Hulkbuster here, which the only reason I'd pick up this set, because I do not like this Hulkbuster build, would be this minifigure right here. I think that one looks great, the Rescue minifigure, but I'm not sure if it's worth it enough. I might just try to get the minifigure on its own, or just get the set on hopefully a really good sale. Then the Avengers Tower Battle is definitely one that I want. It's on par with the Helicarrier in my opinion, and I think it has two great new Iron Man suits, and then the Red Skull minifigure as well is fantastic. So yeah, just some really great ones there for sure. Then we've got some more here, some older sets which I won't spend too much time on from Endgame. I do want to still pick up the War Machine Buster if I can speak, and then the Hall of Armor. I still haven't gotten those two, and I would like this Rescue minifigure. I think that would be cool to get, but yeah, overall nothing too amazing, at least in my opinion. I do have this Molten Man battle set. I thought that was a really fantastic one. Stark Jet, definitely one of the most disappointing sets, I would say. Nothing really exclusive in that set. I like this set right here for the Spider-Man Noir minifigure, which you can't really see there, but I do want to get it for that. I like this set. I actually don't mind the motorcycle build here. I think it's like crazy enough that it kind of looks cool, and I like the two minifigures as well, along with Spider-Man there. This set's really great as well. A little bit overpriced at $110 in Canada, and that Spider-Ham minifigure is like a ton of money. It goes for like $40 and up on Bricklink, so I'd probably just wind up buying the set in its entirety, because at least then I get the builds, even though I'm not a huge fan of this build here for Spider-Man. I do like the T-Rex right there, the Venomized one. I did get this set here, the Spider-Mech vs. Venom, on sale for only $29, which was a great deal. I wanted to get that so I could get this Ghost Spider minifigure as well, or Spider-Gwen, whatever you want to call her. So yeah, some pretty good ones there. Now we've got DC DC here, which honestly I feel really bad for big fans of DC, which I personally am. I really enjoyed the Lego Batman movie wave, and just DC waves in general I found are pretty strong, but the one this year has not been the strongest, I would say. I mean, like, they're okay builds, but we're just not getting the amount that we are from Marvel, and I just feel that that's a bit disappointing. So I hope they remedy this possibly next year. I'm not too sure because the rumors aren't sounding too great for DC, but we'll have to see and wait and be patient for that. But I do like these two sets right here. I don't think the Clayface build in this one is necessarily great, but the minifigures definitely are. I do really love those. And then in this set here, I do like the mobile bat base. This is definitely my favorite one and the one that I want to pick up the most. You get like Bronze Tiger, you have Mr. Freeze, Man Bat, cool minifigs like that, Batgirl as well. So some pretty nice ones there, I would say. We have the Batboat Penguin Pursuit, an alright one there. I did pick up this set here, the Wonder Woman set, because it was on clearance for 29 bucks. Pretty great deal, down from $50. Then we've got the Joker Strike Chase. The only reason I'd buy this set is for Harley Quinn, and I probably will buy it for that reason because the minifigure on its own is like 30 bucks, and I do not want to pay that much. It does not sound reasonable to me. Now we've got Jurassic World right here. Only set I really have an interest in is this one right here. I do like this set because it's like a $25 set. I think it's a pretty good deal for that. This one's okay. I mean, some of these are alright. I definitely like the dinosaur molds the best, but the builds overall don't really interest me too much in really any of these. This one's alright. I don't mind this because I did enjoy the first Jurassic World film, and I do like Fallen Kingdom. It has its problems, but I still think both films are pretty good. Then now we have Speed Champions. Really no interest in this theme. I'm not really a car person, especially when it's just general cars like this. If it's like a Batman, like a Batmobile or something, then I have an interest in it, but stuff like this, not as much. I mean, I can acknowledge that there's some good builds here. Like, this set's really great. I like them all overall, but it's just not for me personally. Then we've got Boost right here, which, oh yeah, everybody loves Boost. I definitely don't always see this set on clearance. I get why Lego keeps trying to promote Boost, and they like the Boost system because it is technology based and Lego loves moving in that direction, but I don't know, I don't really think it's that great, and I've seen some reviews where apparently it's a little lackluster, so I don't know. It's a cute build, though I do like the design of the robot. Then we've got Overwatch, a theme that just kind of bombed. I think that Lego thought it was going to do a lot better than it actually wound up doing, but I can definitely really appreciate the sets. I think they look great. The Wrecking Ball set's pretty good. A little lackluster because it doesn't have an actual minifigure in it, but still, it's pretty cool nonetheless. And Junkrat and Roadhog are two amazing figures there. I mean, so detailed. One of the most detailed big figs I've ever seen. It might actually be the most detailed if I'm being honest, but I might consider picking them up if they wind up going on a sale. Then we have Super Mario here, of course, kind of the breakout theme for 2020 for Lego. Of course, a huge milestone for them teaming up with Nintendo, and I cannot wait to see the future for that. I mean, if we ever get Pokemon Lego sets, I am going to be all over that. Pokemon is probably my favorite thing from Nintendo, and I know it's not solely Nintendo because it's also from Game Freak as well. Kind of a bit of a partnership, I suppose. I don't know the logistics of it, but that's at least the impression I'm under. But I'm a big Pokemon fan. I like Mario, of course. I think Mario's fantastic, but I'd rather have minifigure scale sets. I'm kind of in that boat, but I'm also not in the boat of just like not liking these sets. I can still appreciate them, and I think they're cool, and I would like to get the starter kit just to have this Mario because I think it's a fantastically well-designed figure. I think they did a great job with that, and especially if we get future characters as well, those may just be the sets that I decide to pick up because I'm not as big into the brick-built figures, but I do like the Mario on its own. So yeah, I mean, Mario's good. I'm sure there's another page here, which you can see a few more sets here. There's some pretty good ones here. I do like Bowser's Castle, but once again, just really wouldn't fit into the main themes that I collect. Ninjago, superhero, stuff like that. So I can't really afford to spend my money on them, to say the least. So yeah, some more right here. The suit packs I do like. I think those are a cool idea. And if I did get the starter pack, I honestly probably would pick up the suit packs, because then at least I could customize the Mario. And then now we get into Ninjago, which this is my jam. If you want to get into the part of the video where it's my jam, I mean, we're about to hit we're around the 25-minute mark, I would say, 20 to 25 minutes. So it's a little bit deep in the video when we get into my jam, as I call it. But here we have Ninjago. I mean, such great sets. I mean, look at the Kai Fighter. This is a fantastic set here, and I don't want to sound like, oh, this guy just loves Ninjago, like he doesn't like any other themes. I feel like I praised the other themes pretty well also, but these are the ones that I enjoy collecting. I definitely want to pick this up. Okay, I can bash on Ninjago a little bit. I don't like the 4+ sets. I don't think they're really that great. I'm just super grateful there's no exclusive minifigures, because that would suck if I had to buy any of those, because I don't like how they look. This Destiny's Bounty here is amazing. I would say it's close to being on par with the Lego Ninjago Movie 1. I wouldn't say it surpasses it, because I do think that's a better set overall, but I love this set. I think it's still really amazing. I really honestly have no gripes with it, other than there not being a villain, which I know initially there was going to be Lord Garmadon included in the set, but they wound up cutting that out, and he was going to come with I'm pretty sure it was the mega weapon, so I hope that we wind up getting that in the future, and especially for the 10th anniversary of Ninjago. That would be really exciting, but yeah, just some really great sets here. Definitely want to pick up these two. Now, wow, okay, this page, I just want to comment on Lego in general. They have just done so great with their artwork now. This looks amazing. They have done such a good job with this. Definitely want to pick up the Firestone mech. I think it's a great set. My main goal with Ninjago Waves is, of course, to pick up the sets where I like the builds, but also to collect all of the minifigures as well. That's one of my main goals. So I would love to get the Skull Sorcerer's Dungeons, the Firestone mech. Those are the main two. And then I do want to pick up the Skull Sorcerer's Dragon. And then between all of those sets, I'll get all of the ninja and all of the characters as well, other than Master Wu, who I might wind up getting this set. I'll probably break down and get it just to have that minifigure, because I kind of want to be a bit more of a completionist with this wave, and considering it's a pretty reasonable wave, I would say, pricing-wise. I don't think it's too overpriced. I know this one's $139.99 in Canada, $100 here, and then $110 right here, and then $25, so not too bad, I would say, and then these two I'd probably skip on. But yeah, just a pretty cool wave overall, and I thought the season was really great as well, which my reactions are coming out on the channel, so if you want to check those out, be sure to do so. I would really appreciate it. If you enjoy Ninjago, they're definitely a lot of fun. We've got Spinjitzu Burst here, which I'm pretty disappointed with these, honestly. If I could buy the minifigures on their own, I probably would, because I don't really care for these spinners. I'm not really into the gimmicks of the spinners, I just like it for the minifigures. I would say the best were the Prime Empire ones, because those arcade pods were really good, and also the it came with 2 minifigures, so that was fantastic as well. And then we've got some more Legacy here. I've got this one in my collection. I've got this one. I've got this one right here, Samurai Mech, and then I'm just missing the Golden Mech. I don't really want to pick up these two. I don't really need them, but the Golden Mech I do want to get. I actually have the original from the Temple of Light, so I could probably compare those two in the future if I ever wind up doing any sort of Lego reviews. I don't know if that's something I'd cover. I don't really do that, but maybe in the future if I get a better camera or something. Here I actually didn't really think they would show this, honestly, from season 11, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 11, the Ice and Fire chapters right here. I do want to get the Castle of the Forsaken Emperor, because I love that minifigure right there of Akita. I think she was such a great character. Then in this one, the Land Bounty, I do want to get that one, because then you get the 2 snakes as well, who Char and then Asphira as well. I think they were both pretty cool. So yeah, I wouldn't mind getting that and that one. I think this one's 160 and then 140, and I do own this one, the Titan Mech, so that's a pretty cool one as well. Then we get Prime Empires here as well. Honestly, wow, okay, I am very proud of you, Lego, for really representing Ninjago here. I think that's really good of them. Honestly, I love that. I own this set, because how can you not if you're a Ninjago fan? It's like one of the best sets ever. You get Pink Zane, you get so many great minifigures, Okino. Yeah, it's fantastic. I'm sure a lot of people have talked about that. Yeah, I do want to pick up this one just for the Cole minifigure, because he doesn't really come in many of the sets. I think only one other one. I do want to get Unagami and Nia, so maybe I'll get this set, but I don't love the Cyber Dragon build, but I might wind up breaking down and getting it. Let me know in the comments your advice on that. That's also one thing I want to hear. Give me advice on what sets I should pick, guys, because I'm super indecisive. Now we've got some more right here, Arcade Pods. As I said, really great builds there. Love those. Then we've got this one right here, which honestly I don't really like, the Temple of Madness. I think it's pretty lackluster considering what it looked like in the show, and then to the set, I don't think it's too great, but still, I mean, good minifigures, I suppose. Speaking of minifigures, now we have the LEGO minifigures Harry Potter Series 2, which I did pick up 16 packs of this. I felt them all, and I'm missing a couple of figures, so I'll probably wind up picking a few more packs, but I think that they're a good wave of figures. I mean, some of them are a bit unnecessary. I suppose, like, Harry's parents aren't super necessary, but I'm still fairly satisfied with the wave. I think there's some good figures in there, and I did do a separate video kind of ranking them all personally, so if you want to check that out, you can be sure to look it up on the channel. Now we've got the Harry Potter sets here. Man, it feels like there are a lot of sets. Like, it's honestly a bit overwhelming to be a LEGO fan, because there are so many sets. It's good and it's bad. Bad mainly for my wallet, but I mean, I'm sure you can all relate to that. I have the Great Hall already. I do want to get the Astronomy Tower. I think that's a great set. Yeah, just some really good ones there, I would say. Moving on here, Whomping Willow, I want to get that one. Clock Tower as well. I mean, it's mainly just me saying I want to get all of these. Like, they're great. I mean, the minifigures are fantastic. That's one thing Harry Potter is great at. They have such detailed minifigures, and I can really appreciate that for sure. So definitely, when some of these go on some sales, I'll really consider picking some of these up, like Hagrid's Hut. Rise of Voldemort's really great as well, or Rise of Voldemort, I suppose, depending on how you pronounce that. Night Bus is a great set. Expecto Patronum I do have already. This one's not as great, the Hungarian Horntail Triwizard Challenge. What a mouthful of a title there. But yeah, it's an okay set, I suppose, but nothing amazing. But yeah, just really, really great sets here overall. Now we've got Minecraft. I know a lot of people love Minecraft. I have a few Minecraft sets. I love the game. I don't really play it as much now, but I used to really enjoy it. This set's really the only one I would consider picking up because of that Kai minifigure there in Minecraft form there, which would be really great to get. This is a good set as well, the Redstone Battle. I do like that one quite a bit. I haven't played Minecraft Dungeons, but I would consider checking it out because it seems like a cool game. Then if we go over more here, the Wool Farm's a great set, the Chicken Coop's a good set, the Creeper Mine's a good one, maybe a little bit overpriced, but it's still alright, I suppose. Yeah, just some really good ones here. Minecraft overall is a very solid theme, I would say. I think it's very well done. The Panda Nursery is a good one. Just some really awesome builds, I would say. It definitely has really done a good job of representing Minecraft in LEGO form. I mean, it's like a match made in heaven. I mean, who doesn't want to have Minecraft and LEGO together? I mean, it's such a great thing to have. So definitely a really cool theme there. Maybe I'll consider picking up a few of these, but for now, who knows? It'll depend. We've got LEGO Mindstorms here, which we're just going to skip over. I don't care to talk about that and don't really have too many opinions on it. Now we're into Star Wars here, of course, everyone's favorite theme. It's probably one of the most popular LEGO themes by far, definitely licensed-wise. The Advent Calendar is a great set. I definitely want to get that one for the Darth Vader and Poe Dameron figures. I'm not a fan of brickheads. I don't really collect those. Dio, same thing. Don't really collect these larger scale droids. We have the AT-AT right here, the AT-AT. This is a good set. I would definitely say this is a good one from like the original trilogy, Empire Strikes Back. Not something I'll pick up though. The Clone Troopers, 501st Legion Clone Troopers, of course, probably one of the biggest LEGO sets to release this year, definitely a high point for Star Wars fans. I did manage to pick this set up, so I'm excited to have it in my collection. I think it's a great set, and of course, one that Star Wars fans really wanted. Grievous is Starfighter here, definitely disappointing price-wise, just does not seem worth it. The Armored Assault Tank right here, I'm gonna say the only reason people want this, not saying that people don't like this build, but like, it's Ahsoka. I mean, we all gotta admit, we want that set for Ahsoka. I mean, that's why I'm gonna wind up buying it, is to get Ahsoka, so that's what I gotta say about that. This set feels a little bit out of place. I don't know, it's just, unnecessary, other than getting the Knights of Ren that were missing. I suppose they're necessary, but also they just weren't a huge part of the film. So, disappointing in that aspect, I suppose. Now we've got some more sets here. This is a great one right here, Duel on Mustafar. Probably one of my favorite battle packs ever, even though you can't really buy multiples of it and really make it work. I think just as a single-time purchase, a really fantastic one there, so I really want to get that by the end of the year, which it's an affordable set. It's only 20 bucks here in Canada. And yeah, it's, pretty good wave here. Sorry, I am trying to catch my breath because I've been talking for like 35 minutes here. Not sure how long the video is going to wind up being. I'm sure it's going to be about that length because I don't really need to cut anything out, but we're going to zoom through it here. Sith Trooper Battle Pack, nice set right here. I do want to get that one eventually. Yeah, that's basically all I gotta say about these. Don't really have an interest in any of the other sets there. Kylo Ren Shuttle, I definitely want to get this one. The Millennium Falcon, I love this build of the Millennium Falcon, and since I don't plan on picking up the UCS one, I will probably try to get my hands on that one before it retires. Same with Kylo Ren Shuttle, which I do have the previous version from The Force Awakens, but I do want to get this one since it's more color accurate. And the Mandalorian set, that's another highlight. It's a good set, but I think I'll just go for the Razor Crest. The Razor Crest, I'll probably pick that one up. Don't really have an interest in these sets right here. The TIE Fighter's alright, it's a good build, but it's overpriced. Yoda right here, a little bit creepy, not really up my alley. This is a good set right here. This one's not too great, I suppose. Nothing really desirable in that one. Slave 1 and Anakin's Pod Racer, I honestly didn't even really keep track that these ones were still on shelves. Kind of random set. I mean, this one's not as random. I can see why this one was kept on shelves longer than the rest of the 20-year anniversary sets, but this one, a little bit of a weird pick, but I mean, sure, if you want to pick that one up, I suppose you still have the opportunity to do so. Here we have the Razor Quest. Oh my goodness, I am gonna make that mistake every time I say this set here. That just shows, like, I'm getting delirious in this video. The Child, great one to get here. Of course, we know that's coming in a future Mandalorian set, so not as exclusive, I suppose, but still cool nonetheless. I love the Razor Crest. I'm gonna punch myself in the face. Now we have the Death Star Final Duel, a good set right here as well. Definitely want to get my hands on that one for Darth Vader with arm printing. I know it's amazing. Everybody loves it. Technic, I don't care about Technic. I can't build Technic. I mean, I've never attempted it, but I look at these sets and I'm like, nah. Why? Explain to me, why are these not 18 plus? Okay, like, that's a video that I should make. Why are all of the Technic sets not 18 plus? Because I look at this and I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't think I could build that. Like, look at how complex that looks. I mean, I've never built a Technic set, so I can't really speak to it, but I don't know, it looks complicated to me. And like, then you have sets like the Elf Clubhouse that's an 18 plus set, and I'm like a 10-year-old could build that. So I don't know, Lego's got it kind of backwards in that way. Like 11 plus, this thing looks like it has like too many pieces. But yeah, Technic, yeah, it's cool. I can try to fake my enthusiasm for it. Yeah, I mean, if you're a Technic fan, let me know your thoughts on Technic. I honestly haven't even really spoke to anyone who's interested in Technic. I don't really see it, like, highlighted in the LEGO community online, so let me know if you're a fan of Technic. I'm definitely not trying to diss it in any sort of way. It's just not something that I feel like I can really articulate my comments on too much. So yeah, I mean, they're pretty cool, I suppose. Nice builds. Then we've got the helmets right here, of course, a new sort of line the LEGO started. I think the Iron Man helmet's pretty good, and I'm not a huge fan of the Boba Fett or the Stormtrooper, a little bit too many studs showing, but I like the smoothness of the Iron Man helmet. So yeah, these ones are good. Which, once again, why is that 18 plus? Does not make sense to me. Okay, this is appropriate. There we go. Yes, that is an 18 plus build right there, but a nice build, and once again, I'm not a car guy. Space sets, everybody loves those, as I spoke about earlier in the video. We've got Central Perk right here, which is a nice set. I definitely might consider picking that up. I'm not a huge Friends fan, which I know I'm going to be barraged by a bunch of people saying that I don't like Friends, but I don't not like it, I just haven't really gotten into it, I haven't had the opportunity. Pirates of Barracuda Bay, I really like this set. If I had $260, I would buy it, but I don't really have that money to invest in a totally different set from like any of the themes that I collect, so it's a good set. Maybe I'll pick it up if I come into like a bunch of extra money at some point randomly. We have the Lego art sets here. I know I skipped over architecture. Yay, it's architecture. Not something that I care about too much. We have these. These are really cool. I can definitely appreciate these a lot. I like the Star Wars one. I'm familiar with these, but it's not really up my alley, I suppose. But these ones are cool. I think I like the Kylo Ren the most. Although I do like all of them, honestly. And I like the combined model as well. And then there we go. We're at the end. We did it. They advertised the advent calendars right here. But that is it. That is it. My arm has fallen asleep. You can't see the position that I'm sitting in right now, but imagine that it's a very uncomfortable position to film this video. But that is it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed, because I didn't expect to spend like 40 minutes talking about this, but I enjoyed talking about it. I really love just talking about Lego in a casual format like this. I've thought about starting a podcast or something to talk about it more casually, which I might wind up doing, but it would be cool to do it with someone, because it's kind of hard to do this just talking to yourself. Although, I mean, hey, I managed to do it for like 40 minutes. So I suppose if I've got something to talk about, I can blab on about it forever. So yeah, I mean, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you lasted till the end of this video, comment down below. Make my wish come true. Comment down below, make my wish come true, and then I will know you made it to the end of the video, or that you skipped to the end of the video. Who knows? I don't know, and honestly, I don't care. But thank you so much. I'm gonna go. And yeah, just let me know also your Lego holiday wish list as well. I'm really curious to hear that, on what sets you want to get for Christmas, or just pick up on good sales around like Boxing Day, stuff like that. Yeah, then we can have a discussion down below. But thanks so much for checking out the video. I really appreciate it. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and also subscribe if you want to see some of my other content. I would really appreciate the support. So thank you so much. I will see you all next time, and always remember, keep on collecting.